Greetings and good evening. Hello again, Seaside Shadows. It's been a while since I've talked to you on one of our spooky Sunday story times, and I don't know about you, but I'm certainly glad to be back. We are back in our regular flow of things here at Seaside, and what that means for us is we're back giving and doing what we love best. Which is our downtown and our graveyard tours. So you do have the opportunity nowadays to come and actually see us in person. And trust me, we would love to see you as well. Now, on these Sunday story times, I've told stories about terrifying spirits. I've told stories about godly spirits. But the spirit I'm going to talk to you guys about today is actually a friendly spirit. Or if not friendly, then at the very least benign. She certainly means no one no harm. If you find yourself in the Burlington area of Connecticut and stumble upon an old graveyard, well, chances are that you will see someone you weren't expecting to. There's a woman that haunts a particular cemetery. She haunts it so powerfully, in fact, that they named it after her. I'm talking, of course, about the Green Lady of Burlington. It is rather dark right now. I'm going to move closer to the fire. The Green Lady of Burlington is a mystery, from what we know. There's many sightings of her, but most of the tales that come from the Green Lady of Burlington are anecdotal. We don't really have much first-hand account. And there's something unique about this Green Lady, something very striking, in fact. While we can all agree that spirits and ghosts are haunting, not all can claim the term hauntingly beautiful. Our Green Lady can. When she appears, she is said to be a beautiful woman in her mid to late 20s, beautiful and strikingly so. She has an enigmatic and charming smile that one might even almost call bewitching, though in no negative context. A common feature, however, that describes this powerful and full apparition, not just the fact that she is full-bodied and you can make her out very easily. No, the most unique thing about our Green Lady is how she gets her name. The green mist that seems to hang around her at all times. It clings to her and comes off of her as if steam into the night air around her. So, who is she? Why is she here? What's with the green mist? And what does she want? There are two commonly held stories that hold her background. One comes with no name, unfortunately. No, this mystery woman is a victim, and a tragic one at that. How she can remain so happy after the events of her life, I cannot say. But her tale goes that she was a member of the Seventh-day Baptist Church, the church right by the graveyard where she haunts in Burlington. She had drowned mysteriously in a swamp nearby, and rumor had it her husband, in a fit of madness and rage, had killed her, putting an end to her life right in the swamps behind their house. This version carries something with it that the others don't, however. This version is a vengeful spirit, She is not benign. She is not the kind green lady that most see. This one comes with multiple warnings. The first, do not go near her grave. For even just going near her grave is enough to invoke her wrath. It is said that those who ignore this warning are met with a terrible, terrible fate. There is another stranger warning that comes with this lady. If you are a man and you are bringing a female to the cemetery, have her clip her nails. That seems odd. Why? Well, rumor has it, the green lady will possess the female and have the female attack and specifically claw at the male. Is this some defense mechanism that she tried in her own life and failed? Is this her way of trying to defend the female in the cemetery from whoever she fears they're with? I can't say. But this version of the Green Lady is not good. And most that see her claim that she is nice. She is benign, and her smile can be nothing but benevolent. And so another possible backstory exists, and this one far more lends itself to her being a nice, benign spirit. In the 1800s, Elizabeth Palmenter lived by the church. She had lived there with her husband, Benjamin, and unlike the other lady, she and her husband's relationship was quite good. They had a happy, loving marriage. One evening, Benjamin leaves. That's her husband. He goes off to town as per planned, and he goes to purchase supplies. A terrible nor'easter strikes the area. Now, if you're from New England and watching this, you know how devastating nor'easters can be. And in the 1800s, they were all the worse for lack of our modern accommodations. Benjamin, perhaps thinking smartly of it, decides to sit out the storm in the local town. Sadly, Elizabeth has no way of knowing this. When Benjamin does not return immediately, she sets out to look for her lost love, fearing whatever is happening to him out in the nor'easter. Lit by only a dull lantern, she stumbles through the storm, tragically. She's not watching or unable to watch where her feet are going, and so does not realize when she stumbles upon a thin, crispy sheet of ice. Her body plunges through. Those extra layers that she had guarded herself up with, a defense against the storm and cold, and rightly so, now served only as her doom, as they weighed her down and she was pulled under. She drowns in the swamp. People say this version they see wandering around, lost still. This one is accompanied by the ghostly lantern light that tried to lead her way, and occasionally she cries out Benjamin's name. Despite the grave's warnings from the first story, and despite the warning to cut your nails if you enter her cemetery, most that see the Green Lady and her smile believe that she means no one harm. That is not to say that she has never harmed anyone, even if by accident. There were two boys that were determined to see this green mist lady, and she's very accommodating about that. She's nice, she's benign, but seeing spirits can have an effect that one does not intend it to. These boys were young, naive, and scared. One of them had only just acquired their driver's license. and they, in a panic, tried to speed out of the cemetery. There are two very large oaks that stand on either side of the cemetery, and they crashed. The sudden appearance of this beautiful, enigmatic, green-cloaked spirit was too much for them to think about, too much for them to comprehend. And so, like some, they fled in fear. She did not mean them any harm, but she did, in a way, end their lives. There is also, apparently, and this has nothing to do with the sighting of the Green Lady herself, but there's a painting that exists in the house on the road that leads to the cemetery. This house is reportedly either Elizabeth's or the woman who had been so murdered by her husband, and every night they light up the painting so that she stares out the window and is visible from the streets below. I'm not sure who would put that there or why, especially because most experts agree that the Green Lady's identity is a mystery. So the truth and the validity of the painting, I can't say. But that is a very curious idea. Does someone know more about the Green Lady than perhaps they're leading on? Who is she? What does she want? Why is she so often seen that they renamed the cemetery where she lies after her? Is she some tragic victim? Is she a murder victim? What is with that beautiful smile? These are only a few of the memories surrounding the beautiful, green, mist-clad woman. So, if you're a late 20s, and wish to see her, you can. Just head to Burlington, a small town in Connecticut. That's the age group that she likes to appear to most, by the way. Head towards a small, old-fashioned cemetery where most of the graves are gone. Head between the two oaks where you can just make out the charred areas where the car had hit. Find yourself, if you dare, near the Green Woman's grave. Do you risk anything by being near there? One can't say. Depends which Green Lady really exists. But if you do see a woman, beautiful, clad in mist, smiling at you, do not run. Do not crash your car into one of the trees. Don't hurt yourself in a panic. She truly means you no harm. Thank you so much for joining us for our 15th Sunday Spooky Story Time. I hope to bring you more in the future. It was my pleasure. I look forward to seeing you guys again. Thank you so much for tuning in with us again. And like I said at the beginning, Seaside Shadows is up and running. If you would like, you can come take one of our actual tours with us. We would love to see you as well. Have a wonderful rest of your night, everyone. Many, many happy haunts. Oh, thank you for the message, Kelly. Oh, that's very cool. I would love to go and check it out myself. Many, many happy haunts, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your night.